Good morning, collective. Good morning, world. Well, here we are. I'm just fresh from the veil. Just cracked open my eyes, slept in, also fell asleep at like 7 p.m. Hand to God. Whew, been burning that midnight oil, you know? How you guys doing out there? Oh my God, guys. Picture this. Coffee, organic cocoa, hot milk with a little condensed milk. If that isn't heaven, I don't know what is. Holy fuck, boys. I'm tired. Okay, well, on that note. Also, my hands are dirty from work yesterday. Don't mind me. We were doing a lot of heavy lifting. It was dirty. Well, you know what? Let's start with the Kimmy K. Let's get a flavor. What else am I looking for here? Yeah. How are you guys? What are you doing? What are you up to? What kind of shenanigans are you up to? Started the new Matlock. Holy fuck. Not gonna lie. I had no idea. I thought they were doing a reboot of the old Matlock with Kathy Bates. Couldn't be further from the truth, but I love that they reference it. Demolished that show because the other day at work I was just sanding tabletops for hours. This restaurant's about to open in a couple weeks. Anyway, I digress. But because I was just hand sanding, just by hand, no motorized, I had my earphones on, just plowed through like 20 episodes of Matlock. $900 out of 10. So if you needed a new show, Kathy Bates. Oh my. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let's see what old Kimmy K has to say. Do a little shuff. Here we are. Oh, you know what, guys? And we also haven't been back in the kitchen for a hot second. Let's have a little smoke. I do feel fresh from the veil. I feel like we gotta pull me back all the way. All the way. Clear out some energies. Yeah, yesterday was a bit weird. Had a real flavor. Okay, here we go. Let's give you a little smoke. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we needed. And it's cold today, guys. I had to close the windows just now. I had to put on this guy. That's why he's a little bit wrinkly, because I got caught in a rainstorm and dried off. But I'm like, it's the warmest thing I have right now in this moment. Okay, Smoke, you over here. You go on the jelly bean can. Okay, so collective, what's going on? Other than love drama, what's going on out there? Ooh, is everyone ready for, wow, this really, oh, the animal. I was gonna ask about Halloween. Here we are. And that was literally jumping out like an animal. I love this. Okay. Let's continue shuffling. What's this guy? Well, I do see the mirror, but wow, they really are just... Yeah, like they're jumping. Are you jumping with something? Are you jumping for joy? Are you... Like foxes kind of do that like leap pounce, which is very cute in my humble opinion. God was having a great day that day when they came up with foxes, but that little, and if you watch the one where they're hunting in the winter for like mice underneath the snow or I don't know what, and it's just like straight up and then nosedive, and then they're just little pantaloons are hanging out of the snow. I can't take that seriously. It's too cute. Probably not cute to the mouse. I'm sure if we were to interview the mouse or the mole or whatever it is that it chases in the winter, it would beg to differ. But the perspective. Depending on which end you are on, something is jumping for joy or jumping in self-preservation. Okay. We are talking about foxes. I do love foxes. Oh, I saw a baby fox yesterday that got smushed. You don't see a lot of foxes in this city, actually. Actually, hang on. Hang on. Speaking of Matlock, let's put to... I know there's foxes here, because I've seen them in the cemetery, but this was downtown. So, something strayed too far from their natural habitat. This is like the wilderness. Like, alone, way up. Yeah, it's like the fox had literally come down from the mountain. Because it's on the mountain where we have the cemetery. And it was instantly killed. When you let your wild thing... Wait, let me think about this. Spirit, I love this. Again, we're thin from the veil. Well, the wildness within you is kind of like your holy sacred self. It's the thing that's untouched, or should be untouched. Well, it is untouched. Just like with love, it can't be broken nor destroyed in theory, but it's the environment. It can appear as though it's been killed off. And it's not the best for it. Like, that fox did not do great crossing the street. Yeah, in the wilderness, there are no streets to cross. Like, Spirit's now doing, like, why did the so-and-so, like, to cross the street? Yeah, there's something about streets, but when you're in the woods, there's trails. Okay, there's something here. There's flowers and wheat. Well, no, that's not. Well, no, that is. Well, I was gonna say it looks like wheat, but then it looked like braiding. Okay, very interesting. I'm getting lost. There's something here. God's really taking me on a mystery tour here. Queen. Okay. This to me just looks like a big red eye. So we have a blue eye and a red eye. Oh, a red eye flight. We used to have those red eye coffees that everyone was all crazy about, but then we just move on to the next fad, which was putting butter into our coffee. Gave people the poops. What else did you expect? You know, you could just put extra butter on your toast. Or cook your eggs in butter for breakfast. I just feel like when you put it with coffee, same with olive oil, you're just gonna shit your pants. I personally don't ever want to shit my pants. Just me. Okay, the song that they've been playing in my mind's eye since I cracked open my eyes, I believe it's the Dixie Chicks. I don't know really how it goes, but I can hear it. It's the one that everybody loves, the slower one. Like, something about changing, because I've been changing too. Like, I can hear the melody perfect. Can't really hear the words. Children get older. Yeah, I'm just getting pieces. Something about took me down. Something took you down off the mountain. A red eye. Sorry, guys. I know. But I feel like I've been out of the loop a little bit. Spirit and I, our little game of Pictionary charades here. Okay, don't worry, Spirit. I'm locked in. Okay, why don't we read these three? But there's something here. And I kind of feel like this migraine, I'm getting the pre-migraine. I'm getting the light sensitivity and the really on the veil, but it means that we're probably going to get a great message. Okay. There's some spirits pointing out the lines. The lines of the mountain, the lines of the fur. This also has lines, like the iris. These lines. But I'm hearing, instead of lines, because the spirit really likes to play with words with me, because I do really love words and I love puzzles with my little monkey Gemini mind. I'm hearing lines, but I'm also hearing lions. Okay, let's see what's in the message. Oh, I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Oh, this is beautiful. And I'm hearing that song. Yeah, it took me down. Okay, animal, where are you? Okay, I love this. The beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. Okay, wait, they're playing Tone Loc, Wild Thing. I could hear the beginning. And then the heavy breathing. What's going on? We're 9 minutes in. The fox got run over. A wild thing. Yeah. The beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. She-wolf. A boy wolf. Is one of you a city wolf? Is this like a city mouse? Like, oh my god, did we have to do 10 minutes of this? Coming down the mountain. Oh my god, this is kind of like the other one that I did where once more. Is this about being refined, not refined? Okay, hold on. Whatever. There's something here. Okay, hold on. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard. Oh, removing the animal from us. It's removing. Because otherwise it would remind us of our truest nature. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Yeah, because I was thinking about that when I was thinking of removal. I was thinking about how, like, we have really beat that Guinness Book of World Records on destroying the planet. It's like we hate nature. Just the word weeds, that's a weed. I'm sorry, but, like, everything that's been called a weed has huge medicinal properties, has been taking care of people for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Just like the church removes, it's the autonomy, it's freedom, you know? Just like the cycles, how we're supposed to actually have 13 months, because if you followed the menstrual cycle, like there's a whole like calendar thing. The she-wolf, the calendar, oh my god, and this has to do with the moon, the queen, the she-wolf, the 13 cycles of the moon. Okay guys, I know, I feel like I'm a little bit slow here, but okay, she'll be coming around the mountain. I'm building up steam here. Okay. Sorry guys, this is very exciting for me. Yet through this archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, yes! Roaring at the moon, yes! Opening eyes underwater. Eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails. Yes, I do have soil under my nails. And starlight on our skin. If this all sounds, and it's weird because when I saw sounds at the corner of my eyes as I was reading up to it, I actually saw wounds. If this wounds terribly, but really it says if this all sounds terribly unsophisticated. We are like huge wounds right now. We are disconnected. That is literally why I spend any other free moment when I'm not doing like 8 billion other things that I have to do. It's always with nature. It's the only thing that makes sense to me, especially in this climate. Besides old people, all my best friends currently are animals. It's nature, it's trees, it's bugs, it's birds, it's baby squirrels. This all sounds terribly unsophisticated to you. Take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. And Sadhguru talks about, from his tradition, that creation was actually, like it was a sound, but it was the sound of a great roar. Oh, you know I love to see it. I have to have a sip of coffee about this, guys. Okay, it says on the side, the animal demands we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into your animal energy. Yes. Now I'm gonna have a sip of coffee about it. That's why I walk a lot. I have no joke, been walking 15, 16 kilometers a day and doing this crazy job. And I love it. But yeah, it makes me feel my body. But I need that. Because also when I feel my body this way, it makes me appreciate it. But it makes me take care of my body more. I'm gonna go back, so the two things that I'm gonna go back to this week on the regs, the Buddhist temple, the boxing gym. I found a female trainer, and I'm so fucked this coach. I'm so stoked. I don't want to be a boxer. I like to train as a boxer. The two B's, just like my spirit. The Buddhist monk, the pacifist, yeah, like the monk, the priest, and the warrior. Those are to my sides. So that's, oh my goodness. But it's also using my body, because even meditation, even when I do Tai Chi, when you hold poses or you do things long enough, yeah, the body, the vessel. Notice your resistance to the animal within. Where does it come from? What has it kept you from doing, Wild One? I love this. Spirit's pointing out the moon, like the color of this and the color of this. You know how sometimes in larger rocks, not necessarily mountains, sometimes there would be like, and then at the right time of year, the moon would rise and would come through perfectly, and we see that in other sacred sites with moons and sun positions. At the right position. Yeah, and even how, like, again, snakes get a bad rap. How's this? Same with foxes, you know? Like, you know, you're nothing but a dog. Foxes are always around deceit, but, like, they're just like big cats, if we were to be honest. They just want to have a chuckle. They just want belly scratches, you know? They just want their little whiskers rubbed. Yeah, how, again, going back to we demonize our very nature. And going back to things like wolves, we've always picked an animal that we then just go and obliterate. We took down the buffalo. That was more of a political genocide move. But still, we go after great creatures. The wolf. We like to hunt things down. The shark. So it's demonized, but really, it's like a point of power. And there's something here about timing. The cycles. The cycles. Natural rhythms. I know Spirit wants to take this back to our circle of fifths download, because everything connects. Cyclical. Oh yeah, and I saw this thing about a reel where this guy was talking to this Buddhist monk. And the Buddhist monk said something to the effect of like, well, watches or clocks have only been around for, I think he said 200 years, but I haven't referenced this to see if that's true. But it's true. At some point, the clock would have been invented, and it wasn't that long ago. And the guy started laughing because he's like, oh my God, like time has only existed in this particular way for only a couple hundred years, and how do you laugh about it? Yeah, like this idea of like man-made versus something that just is. You don't need a clock to tell you what time it is, because there's natural rhythms and cycles. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna download, because now I'm getting a sense of you, collective. I do see for a lot of you, you are literally gonna have this eye color. But it doesn't have to be, but for those with this eye color, like that's who I'm really, really, really picking up on right now. You are not in your element. I'm hearing corporate for some reason. Take it as it resonates. But I'm seeing you in an environment. I am seeing you in a city in particular. Yeah, it's not for you. And I don't care how good you are at something, or even if you... I don't see you being raised in the city as a child. I see you growing up more in the country, a little bit more rural. Even if it's just a bit like a small town, but it's rural. It's not, cities of millions. You might have actually, your parents might be farmers, or you come from a farming, because like especially in this, Quebec is a lot of farm folk. It's very blue collar that way. A lot of dairy farmers. Yeah, a lot of farming in Quebec. So you could come from a family like that too. It doesn't have to be farming, but there's something a bit more agriculture here. Or just in the woods, in the mountains, like... Yeah, because like I'm hearing actually Appalachian. So there's something... Oh, okay, as we're talking, as I'm channeling here, I'm kind of feeling into you. I want to get out these guys. Yeah. And the Dixie Chicks are just playing. Children get older. Yeah, you got a little bit older, and it's like... Somehow, some way... You made it into the city, and there's nothing wrong with being in the city, but I'm hearing corporate, though. Like, this is the thing. I see you actually in a work environment in a city, but it's just like... It feels like the car that hit, and it was the head that got smushed. Logic. Yeah, because again, in civilized culture, just like the weed, we like to discount, we like to minimize this knowledge, right? Street sense versus like academia. Oh yeah. This to me feels like a real class thing too. And as someone like the class war, So perhaps there was a point where you got a little bit embarrassed, or you saw a bit of struggle or something. Something occurred that made you feel like you had to go pursue something. And I see you being good at it. But in terms of your longing, again, like howling at the moon, there's a part of you that's a wild one. The animal in you. You're in the wrong environment. That's all I keep hearing. It's like you're in the wrong environment. And this to me feels like a warning. If you stay, you're really gonna lose something of great importance. It could be your health. It could even be your life. Like, there's something here that's really like, you have to leave. I know that sounds dramatic, and please, this is where we all need to use our discretion here. Okay, well, let's pull some animals for you. Okay, let's call in the heavy hitters. Oh my god. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, my benevolent ancestors, all of who collective in the world is working with. Okay, Grandmama, horse. Just like how I have the horse. You know why I have the horse? Because they are wild. And even when they let you sit on them, like, my God, that is grace. That's privilege. A horse could kick you in the head. A horse could buck you. Like, you know, a horse could just literally charge off. They allow you to sit and experience their wildness. And the breaking, yeah, there's, again, when men, now at least we have people, including men, who when they're breaking a horse are not breaking a horse physically through violence now. Remember Jewel? Again, the singer, Jewel's dad, that movie Buck, that was Jewel's dad. And he was all about the gentle approach, communicating through feeling through the lead and the reins. Because also he had experienced a very abusive childhood and didn't believe in violence to communicate. Yeah, there's something here about the flipping of natures, where one nature, where I would consider it man-made, is like, it's more devolved, but yet the more devolved, what calls itself civilized, attacks these things, and again, minimizes, poo-poos it, is condescending, but it's really because it's power. It's our power. It's our God-given birthright. Modest fortitude. Oh, and look at you with your little, I want to say bluebells, but I don't know if those are bluebells. You're beautiful. Yeah. See, this horse is modest. Oh, you're beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, Grandmama, tell me about Coyote. Coyote and the wolf. The two on the bottom. This is literally and then I know Fox is in here. Oh my god. I did open to Crow. Oh my god, all my favorites. Okay, I'm excited. I am going to keep Crow out. Oh, I do see, again, the caiman, but really crocodiles and alligators. All these things, we always pick something that's powerful and ancient. Okay, well, we have to read the mountain. Okay, guys, you know what? It's going to be a long one. You don't have to stick around, but I'm in the mood. I'm enjoying myself. Are you enjoying yourself? I don't know. Hopefully, but if not, that's okay. I'm having a great time. The mountain. Just beautiful. You know, I love to see it. I just saw it. Where'd you go? Okay, we're back to the Dixie Chicks. Ascent, I saw that as ancient. Yeah, there's something here about ancient. The ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us toward its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Be aware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and even enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness. Competitive is important. It goes back to this like city feeling, corporate, and an inflated sense of self. Okay. Take this how you want. I feel like you do. You work in some kind of corporate government, something that's, I don't know, that's not just a regular job. It does feel very competitive. To me, it feels city. Like, I'm just seeing skyscrapers. I'm seeing a lot of skyscrapers, a lot of big offices, but it's corporate, it's cool, it's competitive. It really is the opposite of laying in a field of dandelions and lavender with blueberries, not even blueberries, blueberries. Okay, tell you that's not resonating. Anyway, with your little flowers in your hair, I feel as though, yeah, like you've changed, just like this Dixie, and it's about going back. But I feel like we're gonna get into it on the tarot cards, something has precipitated, but there's an event. I feel like something, maybe you're going through a divorce, because that usually, in this time period, your early 40s, there's actually an astrological, everyone thinks of Saturn return. There's something worse than your Saturn return, and it's between the ages of 40 and 44 that no one ever prepares you for. That's why it's called the midlife crisis, but actually it's like the tower times 10. So that's usually where you see big divorces, big changes. I think something would have happened recently that shook your foundation. Yeah, like the fox getting hit by the car. I don't know. Or something's going to, but you're on this precipice of like, you have to go back to, oh, interesting. Going back to the fox deceit. We'll come back to that. Guardianship. Fortitude, deceit. Datura, rosehip. Well, interestingly enough, this wolf is looking at the coyote and it's snarling. Because most of the animals in here, I think it might be the only one snarling. The she-wolf. And the wolf is under the moon. And we had already heard she-wolf. And this mister, we do see a man figure this coyote and deceit. This eye is seeing, okay, the crow and dogwood, intelligence, and crows and wolves work together. Coyotes look like wolves. Okay, this is a divorce. And I think you were married to someone in corporate as well. Someone in this field. Somewhere where, again, it's competitive. So even though you work in something corporate, I just see a little girl or a little boy. There's something a part of you that's intact, because also it is a class thing. You come from people of the earth. You come from humble beginnings, but you were very connected to nature as a child. It's still very important to you, but there's been this kind of slow eradication, a removal, and it happens very easily, but especially within this environment. Yeah, and I'm seeing a different family. Okay, so these influences that have been kind of shaping you. But see, this is the past card. Like, this should be, you're looking to the past, so you're still in this energy. But Crow, at least, is looking future forward, so that's good. Keeping an eye on the future for you here. But I think the thing is, it's like, okay, something has rocked your foundation. You see it now. But I think it's time to leave. It's time to leave this person. It's time to leave this house. It's time to leave this city. It's time to leave, I believe, what is this career, or at least how this career is. Like, sometimes there's different sectors. Maybe Well, we were talking about Matlock, so let's say it's law. I don't know, maybe you go back to your hometown and have a smaller law firm that isn't corporate law, but maybe is like you do pro bono cases or you focus on environmental law. I don't know. I don't actually see you keeping corporate though. I could actually see you like where you're like, you know what, fuck this. You do the divorce and you're like, I'm gonna homestead. I'm gonna go buy some goats right now and figure some shit out. Okay. Wow, that took 33 minutes. Okay. Oh yeah, the inflated sense of self. That's where I was like, I do think the city, the ego, I mean, we're all like, our societies are geared to, again, create competition, isolation, divisiveness, and a need to want more. We're sold. We're literally, it's all product. Like the whole world is like a walking commercial to sell us, to tell us that we're in a deceit, or in a deficit. But it's interesting I said deceit. And it is a deceit. Man-made world is nothing but, it is the Seven of Cups. Our social structures in this society is like, it is the Seven of Cups. Because going back to like when I'm alone in the woods, it's the only time, because I don't have anything to like compare against, to feel like I'm a deficit. When I'm in the natural world, I know exactly who I am. I know my place. And we're all equals. And I feel good. And when I get those little freedom toes out of my shitty shoes, my work boots, and put them in the soil. Okay. You've placed all your importance on your career. That's your identity. That's the inflated sense of self. That's the illusion. And it's not to say that that isn't a good part of some of the things that you do, but you're so much more than that. And again, because this world, you know, it's like about the amount of money that you make, who you know, the name brand you're wearing. God, I say it all the time. I would much rather marry a fucking farmer, or like, I personally like plan on buying my chunk of land, building my own house, and growing my own food. Like that is what I want to do. And I would rather marry someone who had a hot dog cart stand than marry a corporate lawyer. You know, money does not equate goodness or happiness, I can assure you. It's not a terrible thing, you know. I love money, but it's not my identity. Yeah, I'd rather be barefoot in the soil and be judged for that, making medicine out of dandelions, and staying healthy, than, yeah, getting crushed like that little fox. Okay, standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. Oh my fuck. Literally, what I was just talking about. No matter how high you ascend, remember that is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. Exact. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. Exactly. Oh my god, I could just cry. Oh god. It's okay. We're gonna get you there. Okay. The queen. Okay, queen. Yeah, you're a queen. You don't need a corporate job to be a queen. You're regal. You're that fucking horse. Do you think the horse needs someone to tell it it's a horse to know that it's fucking badass? Like, we literally name our engines after horses. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They know their fucking grace and power. Queen, where'd you go? 83. Year of the ox. Oh no, not year of the ox. My bad. 83 is the year of pig. Everybody loves pig. The queen, the empress, the mother queen, the sovereign. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. Oh, so you being in this corporate is the expression of that ego. Yeah, we gotta get you back to the land. We gotta get you back on the farm or something. I don't know what that looks like for you, but I'm just telling you. This is what I see. She's the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. Yeah, because also, this is the thing with like cities and corporate and competition. Any creature that knows itself doesn't have to prove itself. A great thing doesn't need to prove it's a great thing. It just is, and then either you can observe it in its greatness, or you know what I mean? The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. Some little coyote was posing as a wolf and was saying, "Hey babe, I'm really an emperor. I'm really a king." No, you're not. Not even a sheep. Yeah, not even a wolf in sheep's clothing. It was a little coyote. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. All right, little beauties. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You're clearly going through a huge divorce or breakup. It's rocked your world. I think you two work together, or you're in the same world. I just keep hearing corporate. Okay, well, shit, Cinnamon. Oh, we're getting out the crow deck because the crow deck has the wolves in it. And we already have Crow. Oh yeah, let's get Snoopy and Scoopy, shall we? Whew. I do. I love this reading. I love this reading. Okay. As I'm shuffling, I'm gonna feel into you again because I got sidetracked there. All right, brace your little corn cob ears and do chef. Okay, Grandma, give me the full scoops. Again, who I'm picking up on in the collective. Oh, they're just showing me Kathy Bates again. This has come through before. And it's funny, actually. I just learned that Kathy doesn't even start with the C, but I'm being shown CB radio, and the initials CB. Be part of your job. It doesn't even have to be your initials, but C, the letter C and the letter B could be of importance. Okay. Grandmama. Oh yeah. That 9 of Swords. Yeah, you've been fighting. You've been fighting, and see, you were building the nest alone. Weird, this looks like an ear to me. And I was just talking about our little corn cobs. Oh, was there cheating as well? Because I feel like you heard something. I don't know. You heard and learned something. Oh, it was cheating. You're in the nest alone. Yeah, you're home alone at night, trying to do this family, this marriage. And this idiot. Okay. Okay, well, tell me about the idiot. Yeah, you were married. You did a few cycles with this person. Yeah. And see, look, there's two different couples. Plus there's this like yellow canary. So even though it's upright, I'm reading it as like that was the past energy. You thought this person was your 10 of cups. Like, again, because they looked pretty similar, right? From afar, you're like, is that a coyote or is that a little wolf? So look like it. Oh, cheater, pumpkin eater. Yeah, you did a few cycles with this person, and something recently just happened where you're like, it always comes to that. There's always the final, last fucking straw. Okay. Yeah, you have been recovering. And see? Look at those two idiots. But look at you. Look at your little, like, you look like you have rigor mortis. And see, look at the three of swords pointed down. Like, here's the one sword, but again, betrayal, heartbreak. The three swords, and your legs just stiff. Yeah, it's like something almost killed you. Like that car to the fox, it was a blow. It was a blow to the head. Yeah, this information, this was a blow. This was a blow. Okay, now let's go into the queen and to the wolf here. Okay, Savannah, what do you want to say about collective's energy here? Okay, see, now future facing. This is always my Toronto card. This skyline, I'm telling you, this is Toronto along the waterline in November. This is Scorpio energy when it's cold and shitty and windy, not pleasant. This has got that feel. Okay, so it is the end. Even though the burns haven't been quite put down, you're facing future forward. You're putting it down. It's intense. It's cold. It's shitty, but you're doing it. And it looks, you're leaving the city. You're leaving the city. The city's in the background. Yes. Oh my God, this is like that movie Hope Floats. When Sandra Bullock, her shitty husband, cheats on her and it's a big hot mess, and she moves back in with her mom out in the country, the small town. It's how she meets Harry Connick Jr. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. I love them both. Who's more beautiful and handsome? We don't know. Harry Connick or old Sandra? I fucking love those. Ugh. You know what? It's funny. I thought it's the Magician, but I saw it as Justice with this little cup. I was like, oh, good, Justice. I wouldn't be surprised if Justice is gonna hop out. I am feeling Justice. It's what's coming through. It's what I'm seeing. Okay, but you're taking the reins. You have everything you need to create what you want. Here, I'm gonna put these guys back in. Because you're returning to self. You're remembering. And it was the wild thing in you that put an end to this, where you're like, you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I've seen and heard more than enough. We're fucking done. Back to the 10 of Cups. Okay. Tell me about this 10 of Cups. Whoa. Wow. Okay, well, the 10 of Cups is the Chariot, and that did fly out. Hold on. Who else fell out here? Ooh. Exactly. Divorce town. Just like I sensed. There's been fighting, this idiot. And remember when I said lion? Because I was looking at those lines, and I said line, and look who's together. Oh. Are you just going to hook up with a lion? A wolf and a lion. A she-wolf and a lion. Majestic. Very rare. So someone could be different, like, culturally from you. Or it could just be a Leo. But I see, like how this person looked similar. Like, they were able to fool you to be like, no, babe, I'm totally a wolf. Totally an emperor. But this is, like, obviously, like, not your kind. But they're more of your kind than you would think. Also, because this guy's a wild thing. Oh yeah, back to Tone Loc. Ooh, I think you guys are going to be doing it. Just putting that out there. May know what you want to be here right now because you're... Oh, you've been having a time. Okay, well, Grandma, the Ten of Cups to this Chariot. King of Wands, what did I just say? There he is. There he is. Because in this deck, there's huskies, not just lions. Oh, and he really is. Look at this guy. Look at those eyes. He is so handsome. I would, like, this lion is so real for me. I know exactly. I'd pull his little fucking mane. I'd give him a big stroke on that big nose. I'd give him a boop. I'd lay my forehead on there. Then I'd grab his ears. I'd give him kisses. He's so fucking handsome. That's going to be you. And see? Can't be mad about it. Okay. So, well, that's an interesting turn. Okay, so I want to know more about the land, or like, moving. I don't see you staying in the city. I hand to God, I do not. The Harry Connick Jr. This is the Harry Connick Jr. It's like you go home or something, or you move out of the city to a bit of a smaller place. I'm telling you. Your Harry Connick Jr. is coming. Okay. Tell me about this very sexy lion. Tell me about who this person is. They have also been in the ouchies. Oh, that's just even more beautiful. Okay, this is the thing, guys. For anyone younger watching, but here's what you can look forward to. Divorce town. It happens. It's the natural cycles. That's why most people, they get married more than once. There's like your 30s to your 40s. Your 40s hits. The first divorce happens. It fucking sucks. Incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. And it's not, doesn't always have to be, but for a lot of people, it's the season. Yeah, you feel like you're never gonna love again. You re-question your whole life, because that's what that, again, worse than the Saturn return, 40 to 44, it takes a lot, and you have to review everything again. Okay, well, that's great, though, because you're both at least gonna have this mirrored kind of experience. The Hanged Man. Ooh, to the Three of Pentacles. Ah. Yeah, like upside down and sees you. You might literally be in the woods doing something fun and silly, like literally, yeah. Maybe you do. It's like you go home. There's like the family property or something. There's like a tree that you used to climb as a kid. And no one's around. You're all by yourself and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like shit. And you climb up into your favorite tree, and then you literally get in your branch and you hang up upside down. And then it's like you might even see this person. I did say people. Maybe it's the neighbors. Oh my god, did you grow up with like farm, like the farm down the road? There was a farm boy or farm girl that you also had a connection to? Oh my god, and now 30 years later, you two are gonna fall in love. What's this? The King of Pentacles to the Moon. Oh my god. And look, they're rich. Even if they don't look rich, or even if it's not the same type of riches that you have known. By the light of the moon. Oh, are we gonna have like moon smoochies? Are you guys gonna go fishing at night, or are you gonna go on a boat? Have a little midnight smooch? Oh, look, someone else is in the cage. See, look. See, again, liberated. You're free. Ugh, that coyote. And not to give... I also love coyotes, so, like, no shade to them, but for the purpose of this. Yeah, someone's locked up. But, by the light of the moon, see, look, they outshine. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my god. Take your two little crows. How do you feel about this person? I feel Knight of Cups. Oh my god. Yes. Page of Wands, you are attracted and you are ready. Even though you've been having a time, you are cawing. Oh, going back to the fish. Yeah, you two might like fishing. Yeah, look at all these little fishes. Mm-hmm. We have these wings on the side of the horse. Looks very angelic. I was just thinking with the two crows, it's like, even though there might be some cultural differences, like for instance, like I live in a province where people speak English, people speak French, and also culturally can get a little spicy over here. It could be something as simple as that. Like culturally, one of you could be like a Quebecois versus an Anglophone. You could also literally be, one of you is from like a different continent. Like there's something here about, yeah, just being different, but actually more the same. And this message has really been coming through a lot. Okay, well, you're attracted. You're excited. Four of Wands in the bottom. Ugh. Fountains of love. And look, see? You're calling into each other's mouth. Bird smoochies. Blind wolf smoochies. Oh shit, this has been a long reading. Okay. Quickly. Tell me about the environment. I really feel like, are you moving? Okay, Grandma, does this person need to leave the city? I swear you're in a city right now. Yep, Ace of Wands, look at that. Look. That's the city in the background. And it's looking to the past. The Three of Wands, and see its future forward. Here's that star. And you're crossing. Yeah, you're going back. Even though it's future forward, it's like, it's going back. I gotta look up that Dixie Chick song. Yeah, children get older. And isn't something like I get older too? Okay. Wow. Okay. Incredible. Bless up. That was thrilling. I wish we could go all day on this. This was so interesting. So interesting. I loved the speed of it. Yeah, in the beginning was a little bit slower. Picks up speed. Anyways, the Chariot here, and the Ten of Cups, like, I don't know what's going on for you, where you are in your timeline of this story, but all we know is a great outcome. I'm sorry, but, like, again, handsome as fuck. This is the most handsome line I think I've ever seen. Those eyes, this eye in particular, soulful. Those big paws, those big mitts. Yeah, you're just gonna want to grab them by the scruff and just give them a big fucking kiss. Got a rose here. Some of you could have the name Rose, Rosie, Rosa. Just beautiful. Okay, well, stay blessed, stay golden. Let me know how this goes. I want to know about this. Share what you want, but thrilling to me. Okay. Go get it.